Hello and welcome in, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Secondary Position Challenge here in the Shuffle Draft Showdown. We are only 6 games away from the end of this season, and then we will see if we make the playoffs. It's looking good so far as we're at 9-1, and we'll be facing off against the Moose, who we actually swept in the first 2 games of this season, 5-3 and then 4-2. This time we will have Frangipani on the mound against Alberto Roberto for the Moose. I always get nervous when I have Frangipani on the mound, so we'll see if she's able to figure some stuff out. Let's see, what are we going to do with this lineup? I don't think there's much I want to change. Dilly back to neutral after the huge walk-off home run recently. We have Batch Wilson out there, Razzie on the left. We have Rob DHing. We will put Rob back at third. That way we can put Maggie on the bench. And let's bring in... I'll put Rolf here for a second, but I'm going to check and see power versus lefties. Maybe we go with... Who's Roberto? He's a righty. So we'll keep Rolf in there, and we'll put him ahead of Benny, but we'll keep him at the bottom of the lineup here. And I think that's where we'll set things. We continue to have an abysmal Mario Mustachio sitting in the on the bench, which is really frustrating. I am going to keep Hera out there, but I'm actually going to move her down. Actually, let's put her below Rolf, and let's put Rob back over here. I just like the speed. I just really haven't seen it play out for these two consistently, Dion Bass and Rob Glover, but we'll see what happens today. Let's get out to Stade Royale. We played both of our games of the doubleheader home against the Moose. We're heading to their ballpark for this next matchup, and we'll see if we can continue to stay hot. We're at 9-1. We have lost one single game through this entire season. I definitely didn't expect that from this team, but we'll see if we can get our offense moving. It's been a little slow going for our offense as of most of these games. We've been able to get just enough offense to give us a win. I'd like to see us pounce on Alberto Roberto pretty quickly here. Dion will foul one off after taking ball one outside. And a ball inside will be pulled foul. Stays outside on that one. It's 2-2. And Dion will whiff on the changeup, and he'll go to tense immediately. That was a big strikeout for Alberto Roberto. I think that was the changeup. Unless he does, yeah, it might have been the changeup or the fork. He does have an elite fork. It is at tier 2. Rob Glover will come up, takes 2 balls high, 2-0 count, and he will take the fork for a strike. 2-1 now. There's a fork off the end of the bat, and slow roller Janice Friedman will get over to it and toss the first for out number 2. Good play from the locked-in second baseman. And we're quiet so far. 0 for 2. I guess I should say 2 outs here from the first 2 batters we have. And now Tough Lift will come up. He's been able to get on base lately, but he has been quiet. As he pops this one up, it's going to go straight to shortstop here. Calling that and hauling it in is Hans Sliperio, excuse me. And a 1-2-3 inning for Alberto Roberto. So not a great start for us. Now we have to see what we can do against a pretty solid offense. Despite the Moose being 5-5, they do have a really good team. Allie Findera will start things off. She is batting .214 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs on the season. And she'll hit one hard to short. Dion Bass will one-hop that one and then toss the first. Out number 1. Quick start for Frangipani. Of course, here's the big bopper in the lineup. .310 average with 1 home run, 2 RBIs. Tier 2 bad ball hitter for slash trips. Diving play from Rob Glover. And fast down the line is Slash as he will reach on an infield single. If that's a dive wizard over there at third base, we probably make that play, but we can't afford to do that, nor would it work with this challenge. So runner on first with great speed. Janice Friedman is locked in after batting .348, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs on the season. Fran checks on the runner over at first, 1 out. And inside, strike 2 there, swinging and not able to make contact is Janice. Long pause, runner takes off on called strike 2, and not cannon arm activating. Hera not able to get the ball down to second in time. Could have been a bang play, but instead, Slash steals second base. But strike 3 called from Frangipani. She gets the out, and Track Statsman will come up. And the RBI hero will do his job as he hits this one out into the Moose bullpen. A 2-run shot for Track, who's locked in already. That one 4-16. His second home run and 5th RBI on the first pitch he saw against Frangipani. Exactly what we would have expected, right? So Morton Stanberg will come up. He's been quiet this year, 250 average, 1 home run. Pops 1 foul there and 4 RBIs on the season. He'll foul back again at now 0-2 with a tier 2 high pitch trait. And well outside, that one will bounce off the glove of Hera and get past her. And a base hit up the middle will keep the inning going with 2 outs. Could have gotten out of this, but instead we're stuck here with 2-run deficit here in the bottom of the first with 2 outs and a runner on first for Tara Leonaire. Batting .263, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Fran is already tense due to that tier 2 volatile trait. We'll see if she can get out of this inning. ERA over 15 now for Frangipani. By far our worst pitcher in the starting rotation. And a hard hit ball. She tears a liner into left field, and that'll be 2 on now with 2 outs. All right, DH Kathy Koldesak coming up. Limited opportunities this year. Tier 2 contact versus righties, batting .333 with no home runs and 1 RBI. In the 7th spot here with an opportunity to do some damage. Fran trying to sort things out as she's approaching the 20 pitch mark, excuse me. She'll get a fly ball into shallow center field, ranging all the way back as Dilly Daller, and she'll finally haul that in. But 4 hits, 2 runs, big home run from Track Statsman, the 2-run shot with Slash trips on base, and the Moose take an early lead here at home, 2-0 in the top of the second. Dilly Daller will start things off. One of our best hitters in the lineup, surprisingly. Batting .321. Has 4 home runs. She grounds to short here. Sliperio will scoop and toss to first. There's out number 1. Daller loses mojo. Batch Wilson batting .333 with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. Tier 2 bat ball hitter. First pitch swung at and late fouls it off. And there is a looping fork ball that drops right into the zone, and it's going to be a base hit right up the middle for Batch Wilson with 1 out. Runner aboard for Razzie Dazzler. Razzie consistently getting on base, batting .370 this year with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Batting from the 6th spot here. See if she can get the runner moving around. She'll get ahead of the count 2-0 here. And a fastball taken for strike 1. There's the fork, and she'll miss that one for strike 2. Tough out activates a tier 2. And he pulls the string on her. Change up for strike 3. Second time that's happened today. And I think that's Willie and Wally Bacon on the same team in the background there. Go back and rewind for a second if you'd like, but looked like the twins were on the team. I don't think they're twins. Runner takes off on the hit and run. Rolf will have this one popped up into left field. Foul territory, and Morton Stanberg flies over and gets to that one, and the inning will end. So a 1-out hit from Batch Wilson, but left stranded at first. And our offense continues to struggle. Now with a deficit, they'll have to figure things out quickly, as we're already down 2-0, and Frangipani does not look like she's going to prevent many more runs from scoring here. Getting ahead of Hans 2-0-2, and he sweeps her strike 3. So we'll take that from her. Japani gets I believe, her first strikeout of the day. No, second strikeout, I believe. And she'll now face off against Hercules Bentley. She is still tense. Hercules having a decent year, 259 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. I believe the Moose would probably want some more power from him as he lines to second base for out number 2. And LA Find Air will come up. She's 0 for 1 today. Got the first out of the game earlier. The Moose were able to salvage some runs after that happened. A 2-1 count with 2 outs. Runner pop, or the foul pop will make it a 2-strike at bat. And now Dion Base will get the dribbler over to third to end the inning. So a good recovery from Fran in the second. We head to the top of the third. We've only mustered 1 hit so far. We're going to go 8-9-1, starting with Hera. Hera's exhausted. She has been a robot behind the plate, doing so well, but getting very tired after playing so many games behind the plate. And a 1-1 count here. She'll take high, 375 average on the year. She'll catch the corner on the curveball for strike 2, and she'll foul 1 off. There's an off-speed pitch, but it's a slow grounder to Find Air, who will backhand and toss to first, and that's going to be a mojo drop for Hera. She goes to neutral, and Benny Palmer will be our 9-hitter, batting .231, has 1 home run and 3 RBIs. Big clutch player for the Wild Pigs. 1-1 count here. Roberto trying to get through the first route of this lineup unscathed. 3-1 count, and Benny pulls one into the right field corner. It's going to hit the corner. Track Statsman will come up throwing very quickly, and it's going to be a single for Benny Balmer, so he will reach base safely with 1 out. Dion Base, who struck out last time, 0 for 1, is batting .367. Pops the first pitch foul. Hoping, the fork ball catches the bottom of the zone. He takes on what would have been strike 3. And there it is. He strikes out again. He keeps chasing high and in. Can't help himself, and that's another strikeout. So 2 outs, runner on first for Rob Glover, 0 for 1. Average continues to slide, now sitting at .417. First pitch strike on the slider. Roberto really doing a good job of placing his pitches and not getting the Wild Pigs barrels on the bat, as that one pops up and bounces off the Moose dugout. 1-2 count. Stays alive. Last second swing there. And this one is going to be lofted into left field. Easy play for Stanberg will end the inning. So another base hit, gets stranded at first. And the Wild Pigs going quietly through 3 against the very non-exciting Alberto Roberto. Not an impressive pitcher by any means, but looking like a all-star on the mound against our Wild Pigs offense right now. Slash Trips scored on a base hit like that, and then he stole a base and scored on the home run from Statsman, excuse me. Let me grab a quick drink of water and recover for a second. All right, so Janice Friedman comes up batting .333, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Great speed over at first base. We see him take off here, and Hera gets the cannon arm, but it's going to be low. Dilly Daller can't corral it. I think he steals the base no matter what there. And so he's standing on second once again on a 1-2 count with nobody out right now. Fran over 35 pitches, almost at 40 now. And that one's hit hard to right field and just foul. Holy shit, that one almost hit the foul pole. Janice Friedman just missed a 2-run homer. And unfortunately for him, he'll swing through strike 3. That'll be out number 1. So similar situation we saw in the first inning. Track Stats been coming up locked in with Tier 2 RBI hero with Slash Trips over there at second base, and he gets caught stealing third. Hera had the cannon arm that time, and this one's going to be diving, just about hitting the wall. Razzie Dazzler with a hell of an attempt, but it's going to be a standing double for Track Statsman, who hit the ball hard. Razzie read it really well, but she was not able to make a play on it, and a runner on second base with 2 outs for Morton Stanberg now. First pitch strike on the slider. Have to be careful at the top of the zone here as he takes strike 2 on the fastball. And Morton will pop up a high pitch, and that's going to go behind the dugout, or behind the plate. There's a high pitch, and she chased a curveball above the strike zone for strike 3. And that's a big strikeout as Frangipani is able to avoid the hardest part of the order for the Moose. And they'll go down in the third. We head to the top of the fourth, and Tough Lift will step up to the plate. I believe he popped up to shortstop last time. He swings through that one. He'll take strike two on the corner. And a 1-2 count against the locked-in Roberto. And this one's going to go down the left field line, all the way rattling around to the corner. Morton Stanberg with a hell of an arm will hold the runner at first base. Tough Lift, not a good speedy guy. So he was, of course, going to be staying unless something bad happened in the corner there. But a leadoff single for the Wild Pigs, and a chance here as Dilly Daller is tense. Should take a ball low. 50th pitch here for Roberto as he just lost the locked-in mojo. It's our looping curveball drops into the zone for strike one. Long pause, and Roberto will give up a base hit up the middle, so maybe showing some signs of tiredness as Dilly Daller will get her mojo back, standing on first base with two on. Nobody out for Batch Wilson, who already managed one single today. Tier 2 bad ball hitter. There's a slider taken for strike one. Fastball popped up and foul behind the plate, and Batch falls behind 0-2. That one just misses inside, and that curveball will be taken for... Oh, my God, the fork. Batch loses mojo, which is unfair after getting the base hit in the last at-bat. Razzie will come up. I believe she struck out last time as well. Roberto trying to get out of a jam here. Wild Pigs trying to fight back from the 2-0 deficit. That ball bounced off the edge of the glove for Leonaire. She does not have to force a wild throw there. And Razzie Dazzler sends it to deep center field. This one looks like it's going to die right at the edge of the warning trap. Slash Trips will haul that one in on the run. And heading to third base is Tough Lift. Runners on the corners here, but with two outs, and Rolf Borgnar, who has tier 1 RBI 0. Not looking good here. High pressure. Oh, not Mac Gunn. Roberto gets pulled for Mac Gunn. Tier 2 gets ahead. Not a good spot for Rolf Borgnar. Batting 150 with 1 home run, 2 RBIs. Takes his strike right down the middle. 1-1 count. And that one's going to be hit into left field. That one right off the end of the bat. Rolf Borgnar comes through when we get our first run of the game here in the top of the fourth with 2 outs. Rolf becoming from zero to hero on that base hit, and 2 on, nobody out. 2 outs, excuse me. Matt Gunn against locked-in Hera Williams. She takes a fastball for strike one. She's looking for that curveball. She shatters her bat on a fastball right down the first base line, and Bentley will scoop and step on first in one smooth motion. That'll end the inning, but we do get 1 run across, and we finally knock Alberto Roberto out of the game. He pitched really well against our offense. We're still down, now 2-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. Frangipani's still out there. We'll face off against Tara Leonaire, who had a line drive to left field last at-bat. 6-7-8 for the Moose. A grounder to shortstop should be an easy play for Dion Base. He jerks the throw, but Tough Lift with a hell of a scoop, and that'll be out number 1. So good save from Tough Lift. He is not only one of our best offensive weapons, but he is also a huge support for the defense at first base. Max Texas will finally come in to replace Frangipani. Honestly, she had a pretty solid day, all things considered. We'll take a look at her line at the end, but her day is done. Max Texas will come in on a 1-2 count, well inside, and Cul-de-sac almost gets hit. She pops one foul there. Texas with a 2.79 ERA gets the strikeout called, and not mincing her words as Cul-de-sac says something to Texas on her way back to the dugout, and that'll be out number 2. Hans Leperio now comes up 0 for 1. Average at 273. That's crossed up, but strike one called. Ball low in the dirt for a curveball. And there's a slider for strike 2. 1-2 count here for Leperio, who takes strike 3 looking, and Leperio loses mojo. Max Texas comes in and shuts it down. That'll be a 1-2-3 inning for the Wild Pig pitching staff. And we head to the top of the 5th. 2 innings left to work with, 6 outs for the Wild Pigs. They need at least 1 here to tie and 2 to potentially win. We'll have high pressure situation here so that Benny Balmer, tier 3 clutch trait, kicking in. This one off the end of the bat, but he still manages to pull it. And it will find its way into the glove of the second baseman for out number 1 on a little liner. D on base will come up, replaced by Lionel Martinez. And he'll have tier 2 pinch perfect in this situation. He has only had a couple of at-bats this year. He's batting .250. And he'll hit one on the ground to first base. Bentley will take it himself. There's out number 2. Matt Gunn, a very good hitter. The fact that he gave up the base hit to Rolf Borgnar was a miracle for us. And Glover will get pulled for Mario Mustachio. Interesting decision here. Tier 2 gets ahead. Will Mustachio send this one to the left field? This one on the run, and hanging up in front of the warning track is Morten Stanberg. Mustachio maybe finding a better eye on the ball. As unfortunately, even though he flew out, I was pretty happy with that swing there against Matt Gunn of all pitchers. Lionel Martinez gets pulled for Maggie Rags. That's a defensive move. Rags to second, Mustachio to third, and Dilly Daller to shortstop. All three of those are in their natural position. And nasty pitching from Max Texas as he gets another called strikeout against Hercules Bentley. He'll lose mojo. And we rack to the top of the order here with one out for Ali Finder. First pitch strike on the fastball. Texas cruising right now, but at half stamina. And a fastball at the top of the zone will get fouled back. 0-2 count for Finder. And she's going to get a grounder. Maggie Rags makes the play at second base. I know it shouldn't happen, but that was a great play from our primary second baseman, Maggie Rags. Diving to her left up the middle, she gets up and quickly tosses the first base. That's a huge out. And now Slash Trips will come up hitting from the right side, but no difference as he will reach safely again for the third time today. In 3 at-bats, he has 3 singles. He also has 2 stolen bases and caught stealing once over there on the base paths right now. And now crossed up will play a bigger factor. First pitch strike for Friedman. Second pitch is outside for a fastball, ball 1. Runner takes off. It's an off-speed pitch. Cannon arm activates and still not in time to get Slash Trips over at second base. He steals his third base of the game. And now a 3-1 count for Janice Friedman. 2 outs. And ball in the dirt will be ball 4. Max Texas loses his strike zone there. He's mad at himself, and now an ugly situation to be in. His track statsman, the biggest hitter on this team right now. 2 for 2. Max Texas will get pulled for Maximo Primo. This is the perfect place to bring him in with Tier 3 Rally Stopper. He has not been the best pitcher for us this year, but a big opportunity. The changeup for strike 1, ball high on the fastball. And, that one's going to be pulled foul on the curveball. A 1-2 count. Come on, Maximo. And that one will be pulled foul. Look out in the dugout there. 1-2, 2 outs. Biggest moment of the game. Strike 3. Statsman swings through on the fastball, high and in. Rising fastball from Maximo Primo. Stops the rally in its tracks. And we have an opportunity here. Our last chance with 3 outs left to work with. We're going to go 3-4-5. Starting with tough lift against Matt Gunn with 10 pitches already. And first pitch swinging pulled foul. Tough, we could use a big bob from you. It's been a few games. Ball in the dirt, 2-1. Good eye from Tough Lift. There's a fastball that's going to miss the corner. 3-1. Good spot for Tough. He gets a pitch he likes, but he pushes it foul, and it's a full count. And that one's going to be pulled down the left field line, and Ali Finder will catch it, but that's going to be just foul. This one lined into left and hangs up for Morten Stanberg. Hard hit ball from Tough Lift, but he couldn't get underneath that much or get on top of it enough. And that's going to be a lineup for out number 1. Dilly Daller will come up 333 batting average as she gets her mojo back after her last base hit. Matt Gunn tired now. 1-1 count for Dilly. She has had some moments of clutch, and she'll foul that one off on a 1-2. Mac over 20 pitches now. Ball inside, taken, and check swing, holds back. There's fastball. Oh, my God. That was her pitch, and she took it. I was right in the strike zone for strike number 3. That's 2 outs, and Batch Wilson's our last hope, and he is going to be pulled for Junior Young Jr. Low contact hitter here. Chico Lopato, the closer for the Moose, will come in. A 3-pitch closer. Rare here as he swings through strike 1 on the fastball. 4-seam, cut fastball, and the slider. He gets 2 fastballs. He falls behind 0-2. And there's strike 3 on 3 pitches. Junior Young Jr. will lose the game for, well, I guess he didn't lose the game, but that was a tough decision to bring him in. I think a neutral Batch Wilson stays in and has a chance to make something happen, but the Moose will upset the Wild Pigs here 2-1. And it wasn't looking good for the Wild Pig offense. It should not have come down to this. Alberto Roberto on the mound, he pitched well better than his attributes should reflect, but 2 runs on 7 hits for the Moose, 1 run on 5 hits for the Wild Pigs. Their offensive big players made the plays necessary. Ours could not do that. For us on the Wild Pig side, that's not a good look when you have Dion Bass going 0 for 2, Rob Glover going 0 for 2, Subs going 0 for everything. Tough Lift did get a base hit, and he scored a run. Dilly Daller with a hit, Batch with a hit. We also see Rolf Borgnar. He actually came through with the RBI single. That was the only run of the game scored, was on his hit. Benny Balmer squeaked out a hit as well, but 0 for 2 from both Hera and Razzie. Not enough hits in this lineup and a lot of 0-fers. We can't have that. On the other side, the Moose had 0 for 3 day from Ali Finder, but doesn't matter because their pseudo leadoff man, Slash Trips, goes 3 for 3. He stole 3 bases. He scored 1 run. Janice Friedman with a walk, but no hits. He struck out twice. Track Statsman was a big hitter here, 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. He got 2 RBIs on the home run. And then Steinberg and Terralina are the only other hits from this lineup. 0 for 2 from the rest of the lineup there at the bottom. Cul-de-sac, Sliperio, and Bentley. Pitching-wise, Frangipani will get handed the loss here, but not deservingly so. 3 1/3. She did give up 6 hits, no walks. She struck out 4, but the big 2-run homer from Statsman was enough to get handed the loss. Texas came in, pitched well. He did allow a walk and a hit in 1 1/3, but struck out 3. Maximo Primo with a huge strikeout against Statsman. Exactly what we needed. On the other side, Roberto pitched well, 3 2/3. He gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts. Then Gunn came in, he gets the win. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed in 2 innings, and he struck out 1. Chico Lapata came in, got the save on his strikeout against Junior Young Jr. So tough that we don't have a better bench catcher, but it is what it is. The Moose will sweep the top 3 here. Statsman, followed by Trips, followed by Roberto, and that's going to be the 11th game of the season, and we dropped to 9-2. So the team's still looking good. Handed our 2nd loss of the season, which is frustrating, especially since it looked like a winnable game. And even more concerning is the fact that the Freebooters are only a half a game behind us, sitting at 11 run differential to our 15 run differential. They're 9-3. They have played 1 more game than us, but a loss puts us at a tie with them and potentially a drop in the standings if the Freebooters run differential continues to improve. Oh man, not a good look for us. Next time out, this is not a good matchup for us either, as Hiro Masano will be facing off against Hurley Bender, the ace of the Blowfish. That'll be the 12th game of the season, and then we will be moving into the home stretch, the last 4 games, 1 more time for each of the starters in our rotation. The back half of our starting rotation is so tough to watch, and it does give me a concern. Hero's been fine, but we need our offense to get going, and Hurley Bender's not going to help us much with that. So after this next game, I will go ahead and peek at league leaders again, but let's set the lineup before we finish this one up, because I am really nervous about what this team looks like. Dion Bass is tense. Maybe we give Mario the start at short. Rob at third. Tough at first. Dilly at second is tense. We could give her a day off, but we'll swap Rob and Maggie. Yeah, that's fine. That just back to neutral mojo? He was tense and he got pulled. Why would he get neutral mojo? That's kind of messed up. That kind of pisses me off. All right. Um, keep Morgdar in the DH spot. Harris still locked in, but I really think she needs a day off. Hurley will make JYJ look like a fool out there. So I think we have to keep Hera in. We'll bring JYJ in for the next game for Ace Von Asen, because I believe that will so bad. I think Ace will prevent them from scoring many runs, but how do we want to set this lineup? Oops. Move you down, move you up, move you up, move you down. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So next time out, we will see some changes, a little bit of shuffling around. Maybe that'll help jostle this. Oh, actually, I don't like Tough Lift in the 2 spot, so who's going to go? Let's give Rolf a start here at the top of the lineup. Maybe that'll prevent us from having to deal with RBI 0. So Rolf will lead things off. I know, I'm not excited about it either. Then Rob Glover at second base. Then we'll have Tough Lift in the 3 spot, of course. At first base, Razzie Dazzler in left, followed by Batch Wilson. We'll have Hera stay out there. She's locked in. She's catching again. Mario finally gets a start for the first time in like half of the season. He'll be at shortstop today, or for the next one. Benny Balmer in center field. He'll stay out there. And then we'll have Maggie Rags at third base for us. We'll give Dilly Daller and Dion Base the day off. We'll see if they can get their mojo back and see if we can hopefully get them sorted out. Maybe Dilly Daller can have a big hit off the bench next time out against one of their relievers. For them, they'll have Helena Bigsby in the first base slot, locked in. Then Thurman Colt DHing in the number 2 spot. Sluggy Boomhauer is locked in. That'll be scary. Hito Moonshada's tense. We have Log Freely in left. Pex Flex is catcher. Charlie Lopez is locked in at short. Geronimo James behind the plate. Or I'm sorry, in center field. Kitty Kaufman is tense in at second base. On the bench, they have a pretty unimpressive lineup there. Scooter at with tier 2 RBI 0, Eduardo Electro with no contact whatsoever, Hato De La Dogo with tier 3 Slowpoke, but also his tier 3 Distractor, and then Samuel Perez, not very impressive either. Yeah, but Hurley Bender is the big roadblock for us. I don't know if we'll get many hits on him, but we're going to have to find a way to get on base and move around, or else we might be handed our 3rd loss of the season. But we'll see you next time out. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody.